All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me. We're going to be playing Coromon today, and we're joined by Marcel.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So Coromon was nominated for, oh God, what category was it again? I don't remember.
The fan favorite.
Fan favorite, yes. That's right. So let me jump into the game. See, I already have a save file here, but I'm going to start a new one for the stream. Quick demo, no, not for the stream. So we were talking a bit before that the core team comprises of you, Joshem, and Martin for Coromon.
Yes.
And what were? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the three of us are the core team, so to say.
What's your role with on the team?
Well, my role is mostly working on the maps and the cutscenes and implementing those in the game. And Jochem's role is more the programming mostly.
Yeah.
And having the overview of everything.
Let's go with yeah. Let's go with GDWC. So this little moment that we just had now with your mother, that's what you're responsible for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically everything you see and read. Well, we have some other people, another writer, which also helps us with checking dialogues and improving it where possible.
Yeah, and the game is, well, it's coming out quite soon, isn't it? Just at the end of this month.
Yeah, this month already, yeah. Quite exciting times.
Yeah, how many years has the game been in development now?
I believe we started around 2014, 15. So, yeah, 8-9 years.
Yeah. And already that on social media, I can see that you guys already have quite a big audience, and it must be really exciting to see that so many people want to play the game. And of course, there's the demo, but to have such a big fan base already and the game isn't even out is so amazing to see.
It's incredible, yeah. We started, I think, 2-3 years ago with posting things on social media. From there on, it slowly grew out to a large community. It mostly started growing when we released our demo, which I believe was 2 years ago now. But from there, yeah, I'm not sure about the specific numbers, but we have over 1 million demo players, maybe
That's
1.5 million
incredible.
by now.
Yeah. And
it's exciting.
I've seen so many YouTube accounts or Twitter accounts like that go really in depth already with the demo and sort of the different variants that you can get for the monsters, and it's really incredible to see.
Yeah, we really see that people like the difference we have with the potentials and the difficulty modes.
Yeah, the difficulty modes, actually, that's one thing I want to bring up. That really surprised me when I first played the game. I thought it was incredible how no matter who's playing the game, they can have the experience that they kind of want to have with Coromon, and I thought that was really, really incredible because I think that's missing in not just monster taming games, but games in general.
Yeah, we thought, well, we knew about the Nuzlocke challenge, but we wanted to, well, just putting that in would be too hard. So we wanted to accommodate for every player, make it easy or just a little bit hard. We also have the custom difficulty mode, so you can really customize how difficult you want the game to be.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask about the inspirations for Coromon. I think obviously there's Pokemon there, but what other inspirations were there for the game, and what you guys wanted to do with it?
Well, the main inspiration was more of a feeling, like the feeling we had when playing Pokemon Red and Blue and sitting together with your friends in school or at home, just playing together and having a great time. So that was our main, well, feeling, inspiration, so to say.
Yeah.
And then we have the games. The main games which are inspiration are, well, Pokemon is one of them, of course.
Yeah.
But also games like Zelda and Golden Sun, really from the Game Boy Advanced era.
Mm-hmm.
Those were our main inspiration. We took the monster taming elements from Pokemon, but instead of gyms, for example, we wanted to include these Zelda-like dungeons with puzzles and challenging fights, and even the boss battles. So we tried to combine those favorite games of ours into one, well, for us, perfect game.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Golden Sun. I'm a massive fan of Golden Sun, but I didn't notice the comparisons there until you mentioned that. Of course, especially with the way the characters emote with their little expressions over their heads and just graphically, I think the pixel art seems to me like something that comes from the GBA era. So yeah, very 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 cool to see.
Yeah, the push model is also often linked to Golden Sun
Yeah,
with the hands.
the hand. Yeah. Yeah, so this is here what we were mentioning, the difficulty levels. Yeah, so we have easy here for people who are watching. The normal difficulty, sort of what I think what you would expect from these sorts of games, but then hard as well. And I think that's offers so much replayability, replay value to the players who, if they beat the game on normal and they kind of want to go back and have a different experience, or if they want to just start with something pretty hardcore, there's hard and insane, of course.
One of the cool things we added later was that you can also lower your difficulty. At first we wanted a really challenging experience, like if you play on insane and you lose, well, tough luck. But now you can also lower your difficulty or continue on normal if you lose, and then you get all your Coromon back.
Mm.
But this was one of the features we included as well, the shorter tutorial, so to say.
Yeah.
At the beginning we got a lot of complaints that the intro was too long. We already shortened it, I think it's halved by now, but we also added this quick course for players who already played it.
Yeah, I think that's such an important thing is with RPGs or these sorts of in Pokemon games too, with tutorials just feel so long because you already know everything that's going to happen. You just want to get into the game.
Yeah. We also moved, after this part you have to go to a lab, and we moved that to a different map, basically. At first it was in this town. And that way you could already go out in the wild, catch some Coromon, fight a bit, before you could continue with the main quest.
Is it the one with the room with the big map, and they kind of show you about the Yeah,
that's the one. At first I was in this town as well.
And who was responsible for all the monster designs? Because there's so many of them, and they're really really clever as well.
We had a lot of people working on the monsters. At first we worked with Marcus, and we came up with, together with him, on some of the main designs. For example, we took an animal and an element, combined them together, and then you had a fire turtle, a water shark.
Yeah.
And later at the moment we've been working with Daniel, which is a very talented pixel artist. And he polished most of these monster sprites, and a lot of the later polishes and new sprites are also made by him. One of his talents is what he calls subpixeling. So instead of just moving a pixel, he changes the color of the pixel, which makes the animation really smooth.
Subpixeling. I'd never heard of that. That's really cool.
I hadn't heard of it either.
Oh, and for people, if they like what they see, you can play the demo, and then your save progresses with you to the full game once it comes out was it the 22nd of March?
31st.
31st. Okay.
Last day of this month.
And what about the music? Was that done from one of your freelancers, or was that done from someone else?
It was done by Davi, which is a freelancer
Mm.
from Brazil. So yeah, we just know we can't do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Sound effects are also made by someone else, so everyone has their own specialty.
But that's really nice that you were able to gather so many different interns or get some help and not just look for assets online or like soundtracks that you can purchase, but instead you have everything was built for the game.
Yeah, we were lucky with securing some funds from our family mostly, and because of that we've been able to get some talented people on board.
And I'm really excited for the game. I've played it on stream many times before, and this is one of my most anticipated games of the year. Absolutely, was such a fan of Pokemon growing up, and I think in the last few years it's not really speaking to me as much. I think it's built for different people, or maybe I'm just older now. But from what I've played, anyways, from Coromon, it going back to what you were describing of the feeling. I have that same feeling when I'm playing it. It brings me back to sort of my childhood and the experiences I had with Pokemon. And so I put a few hours now into the demo, and I wanted to stop myself because the game's coming out on Switch, and I think I would prefer to play it there. So I stopped myself on Steam, and I'm going to save the rest for the Switch version when it comes out.
Good to hear you looking forward to the game.
Yeah, and just from the trailers as well, and I think you get hints of it in the lab here as well. You can see there's different areas, like now on the screen you can see there's a snowy area, and in some of the trailers there's like these fire areas, and of course grasslands, wheat fields, all sorts of different places. So I'm really excited to see where in the world the story takes you.
Yeah, one hint is the Titans, or the elements of the Coromon.
Yeah.
There are 7 elements type. Well, no, there's 6 elemental types and normal, and those 6 elemental types are the biomes as well.
Okay. I think I'll have to skip a lot of the dialogue so we can show more of the gameplay for everyone who's watching. But yeah, in the next room we'll see sort of that map that we were talking about earlier, showing off the different biomes and different types. And that too, I haven't seen yet with just put 2 or 3 hours in, and I haven't seen yet these Titans. So I'm really excited to see what these look like and the levels leading up to them.
Seen the Titan yet?
No, not yet.
You're in for a tough battle then.
And I thought it was really, really charming as well how you and Joshem were earlier in the demo sort of just saying, hey, thanks for playing our game. And I had never really seen anything like that where, well, I guess in Pokemon they did have some of the team in some of the areas, but to speak to you directly like that in the demo, I thought it was really, really charming.
Yeah, we wanted to give that explanation, but just a simple pop-up was, well, boring.
Yeah.
So we just put ourselves there.
I think it gives the game a bit more life, and you get the feeling that it comes from, who it comes from, and not just some unknown people behind a computer working.
Yeah, if you really look closely then at the station before you leave the train with your mother, we also put ourselves there.
Oh.
That chest over there is one of the most asked questions on social media. How do you open that chest?
Which chest was it?
To the right of the fisherman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Across the water, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see as well the different modules that you'll get, because so far I've seen the push one. I'm doing the hand like Golden Sun, but the push module, but I can see that there's going to be so many more. Are those meant to replicate sort of the HM from Pokemon, or like in Gold and Sun with the different mechanics for puzzles or navigation?
Yeah, both. They sometimes function as blocking, blocking obstacle, but they're mostly used for, well, puzzle solving.
Yeah.
And you later get the distinct module, which is just useful to have.
Yeah, I've seen that one as well. I forgot actually that it's sort of, if you compare it to Pokemon, it's the repel skill, or not skill but item.
Yeah. Yeah, it completely disables encounters in one grass patch.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, well, with the game in general, but just there's so many small touches or quality of life things that make the experience feel much more modern and enjoyable, easy to play.
Yeah, we did our best to really get those quality of life things in.
And this is one thing that I should have researched a bit beforehand, but each Coromon has its normal variant, and then there's a perfect one, but isn't there a third one as well?
Yeah, there's normal, potent, and perfect.
Okay.
So in the back end there's a potential value, we call it, which is 1 to 21. And 1 to 16 is a normal Coromon, 17 to 20 is a potent, and 21 is a Coromon. And well, the higher that value in the back, the 1 to 21, the more bonus points you can earn.
Oh, I see.
So a perfect basically has the most bonus points.
Yeah, and I like that even the normal mode that I'm playing on does offer a challenge as well. It's not like you can just sort of play and expect to beat the whole game with 1 or 2 of your creatures. Like I already just after 2 fights I had to heal myself, and I think from my perspective I like the challenge of it, and I like have to think ahead of time and not just kind of easily walk through the game.
Yeah, we really wanted that difficulty from the older Pokemon games, for example. The new ones have the experience share, which levels up all your Pokemon. But I hear a lot of complaints about that as well, that is too easy. So we didn't want that.
Yeah, I still play all the Pokemon games and have many debates with my friends where they enjoy it, the XP share stuff, but for me, I think it kind of takes away the experience that I want from those games. So I was really happy to see that there is difficulty here. Yeah, so now we get to see the Stink module. It's really nice to see the visual aid that goes with it as well. So you know that, okay, this grass field this Stink module has been used on it. I can tell easily. It's flashing.
Yeah. Later on you also get an attract module, which is the opposite, and that blinks in a lighter color.
Yeah.
This one is dark.
Oh, and the writing as well. We brought up the writer or writers for the game, but there's lots of jokes here, lots of puns, and so anyone who enjoys lots of dad jokes and stuff like that, there's plenty of them in the game.
Yeah, we like to keep it serious, but also light and fun.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that we can get to the next area, because now we're coming to an end with the Let's Play, but yeah, I'd like to show off the next zone. But before we come to an end as well, I wanted to ask, is there Anything that I didn't bring up that you'd like to mention as well?
Well, I don't think so. No, we talked about the difficulty, we talked about potential, and the release date.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is wishlist on Steam.
Yeah. And right now it's releasing on Steam and Switch, right?
Yes, and later on we will also release for mobile platforms.
Oh, and this is I'm happy we got to see this as well. I was really surprised by how, of course, your creatures level up on their own and their stats increase, but you also can shape the way that you want them to evolve and grow.
Yes, this is because of the potential of the monsters.
Yeah.
The higher the potential, the more of these level ups you get. And this way you can actually make a Coromon like you want it.
Has that been difficult to implement that, but still make sure that the game is balanced?
No, I wouldn't say it's that's unbalanced now. Because on average you will find mostly potential of 15, 16. So the potential of 1 is as rare as a perfect. So on average you will get, average Coromon.
Yeah.
And the difference between 1 and 21 is not that big that it would be game breaking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a nice extra.
Yeah. And from the 3 starters that we saw, do you have a favorite?
Well, my favorite is Turuga.
Yeah.
The fire turtle.
That's the one I went with as well during my my playthroughs that I've done on my own, and I think when the game comes out, I think I'll stick with Turuga as well.
Good choice.
Yeah, so here is an example of where we could use the push module.
Yeah. Well, maybe one thing that we hadn't mentioned is the online modes. Because the full game will also have online PvP.
Okay.
And cross-platform cloud saves. Which is nice to have.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. Yeah, so this is Hayvale. This is sort of what I wanted to show, one of the different zones before we leave, and this town has been infested by, I forget the name,
Beazle.
Yeah, Beazle. And I enjoy as well that it's not just about leveling up as a trainer and sort of going through your story, but in each town there's these little side quests, or there's more to do than just going through the story. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums up our time. Marcel, I'm so happy that you were able to join me, and I've said that I'm very excited for the game, and a few more weeks and it's coming out, and I hope you guys have so much success, and I think you have quite an amazing game here, and yeah, again, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, so thanks everyone for watching. This was Coromon.